Racing with John Tapp, and the old grey gelding is exactly what it used to be, Tappy.
Ken Scalacci, a marvellous old horse. He won his second Futurity Stakes today, took his earnings to just under 2.2 million, and there's more to come. However, the Blue Diamond Stakes was the principal race. The David Hayes trained Principality produced a barnstorming finish to grab the leaders in the shadows of the post, and big race jockey Rod Griffiths was seen at his very best on the winner.
Coming at Tuscany Flyer and deeper on the track is Tennessee Magic, Padre and Principality, and Flying Spur is flying home. Principality takes the lead in the diamond. It's Principality won the Blue Diamond.
And yet another Golden Slipper aspirant emerges in Melbourne. Principality 8-1, Flying Spur 13-4 favourite, Tuscany Flyer 11-2. Now here's the old grey gelding Ken was talking about.
He's hit the front. Scalacci battling on well, followed by Spanish Mix, and back behind them Snappers coming home well. It's Scalacci. Scalacci's fighting back gallantly on the inside. Scalacci's hit the front close to home. Scalacci hangs on.
Did you see that horse flashing home for second? That was Jeune. Tremendous run. 13-2 the winner, 5-2 Jeune, and Spanish Mix got third at 12-1. At Randwick, the 2-year-old race, the Kindergarten Stakes, Furacao scores a gutsy win.
Party battling on, and then Show of Force. Furacao got to the lead close to home. Brummel fighting on very strongly, but Furacao, ridden desperately by Richard Lyons, is too good and draws away.
Part owned by James Packer. Furacao started at 6-1, Brummel second at 7-2, Show of Force was third at 4-1, and Masked Party was the unplaced favourite at 2s, and Furacao will now go on to the Golden Slipper. Well, Ian, as you can see outside, it's a wild and woolly night at Randwick. Back to you.
It is indeed. Were they running or swimming?
They were swimming in part.
Thanks, John. More rain is on the way, in fact. The weather details next. Then preparing the way for a cleaner Australia.
Griffiths had his biggest payday today at Caulfield. Griffiths booted Principality home in the Blue Diamond and then brought the house down when old favourite Scalacci won his second Futurity Stakes. Peter Donegan was trackside.
The St George Stakes was the first of the features today. Last year's winner Durbridge, the favourite, from Caulfield Cup winner Paris Lane. Simon Marshall took Durbridge straight to the front, and it was there he stayed.
It's Durbridge still in front, though, inside the 200. He's got a big lead. Paris Lane running on pretty well on the outside, but Durbridge is going to lead all the way. Paris Lane running home gamely, a Quinella for Lee Friedman, but Durbridge oh so easily. A length to Paris Lane, 2.5.
The 7-year-old is obviously cherry ripe for his tilt at a second successive Australian Cup.
Very competitive time to do that on his own, so he's getting back to his very best form, and he's going to run a big race in the Australian Cup.
Then came a real poser trying to find the Blue Diamond winner. Flying Spur, the favourite, and after the leader set a breakneck pace, the race was set up for the swoopers.
Outside at the 200, Tuscany Flyer just in front, Zedridge wearing it down, Tennessee Magic, the filly running on it, Padre getting up along the inside, and Principality's coming from nowhere. Principality swapping them on the outside, runs to the front, and it's a big win in the Blue Diamond for Principality. 2.5 lengths to Flying Spur. Tuscany Flyer.
It was Principality's maiden victory, but David Hayes has his sights set even higher.
We're running the sides, and then we'll probably run him in the slipper without another run. We don't want to give him too taxing a 2-year-old time, because I think at 3 and 4 will be the best for him. He'll be a nice horse for my brother.
Then the much talked about clash between Melbourne Cup winner Jeune, the brilliant 4-year-old Mahogany, and the sentimental favourite Scalacci in the Futurity. And the race lived right up to all expectations.
In front of it, they swing around the turn, and Mahogany goes up and takes the lead on the outside from Scalacci. 2 lengths never undercharged, Spanish Mix, and then Snap. Jeune getting into the clear, he's starting to run on. 150 out, Mahogany and Scalacci fighting back. Scalacci's got his head in front again of Mahogany. Snap getting through, Jeune starting to fly. Scalacci in front, the great flash is going to do it. Scalacci won it by 3/4 of a length to Jeune, flashing home.
As always, Scalacci was given a tremendous reception.
He's the modern-day Gunsynd. He's got the same sort of crowd appeal. People love him.
And the victory completed a memorable day for Rodney Griffiths.
Oh, he's just a freak, He knows where the winning post is too. And like when he got to the winning post, he sort of said, well, I've had enough, But, no, he's a marvel. And it's brilliant to ride such good horses.
Jeune's looking pretty good too, I can assure you. Ahead on Sports Tonight, motor racing, and One Australia sails into the America's Cup Challengers semi-finals.
Here I come.